Hello guys, I'm Ian and I'm Next Dimension GFX and I'm here with a tutorial on how to make a audio reacting template. What an audio reacting template is a template that makes like when you have a song and the whole template reacts to the song in all kinds of various ways. And let me just show you a preview of something I got on my computer somewhere. Just give me a moment. It's all being very slow because I'm rendering a mix for my main channel, The Weekend of Music. Let's see, The Weekend of Music layout, and let's just grab my latest layout. Upload. So there are three things reacting to the music here. It's an optical flare, it's a logo, and it's an audio spectrum. And you also see a moving time warp. I'm not going to show you how to make a thing like this. It's just an example. What I'm going to show you is a little bit different. I'm going to import a few files. Let's see. Let's get my logo. Now it's here. Logo. And I'm gonna add some music. I just grabbed an old song I got on my computer. Let's see. Gotta love Spag, Heddy, Love on First Sine. Just gotta love that track. And at last, no, that's everything already. All you need is a logo and a song. That's basically what you need for it. Now you're done. Alright, let's create a new composition. We'll call it the main composition. In the main composition, you'll just have the main things. What's main in my opinion? Like all the things that are not separated from the rest. Alright, then you make a secondary composition and you'll call it middle. What the middle is for me is like, it's the logo that reacts to the music with a spectrum around it. That's what the middle is for me. So let's just build the middle now. At first we'll make a new solid and we'll call it AS, that means audio spectrum. And we'll search the audio spectrum plugin. We'll set this to 0 and this to 1920. Then the audio spectrum goes to the end, goes from the beginning here to the end. Alright, now the color. What I want this time is blue. And let's just fully make it blue. And thickness 5 and softness to 0. Just solid pixels. Then we'll put the music in. And we'll go back to the audio spectrum and we'll make it react to the music. And we'll set it on B side only. So you will only see this side reacting. And we'll also add some more frequency bands. Alright, next thing you do is, well, that's a personal thing. I like to set the frequencies like this. And the height to 1500. Just more reaction in my opinion. Then let's just set this to 960. And let's add the polar coordinates. And there's a reason for me putting this on 960. So it's already set up, but polar to rect, and it has to be rect to polar, then it's like a circle. Well, at the moment it's a half circle, but that's because I set it to only half of the width witness or whatever. But yeah, now we'll duplicate the. I got interrupted. Story. Yeah, it's going. Yeah. And then we got this. We'll set the start point to 1920 with the second one, and we'll do this composite on original. So we have two audio spectrums here, and this one you have to put on A side, and then let's see the drops around here. Yeah, you'll see two sides reacting like that. I really like doing that. Alright, now we'll go add a shape layer. Let's call it circle. And add a ellipse and a fill. You'll put the fill to black. That's just how I do it. And then the ellipse, you'll make it size like 535. And then it will not cover the audio spectrum, 540. Now it covers the audio spectrum, and we'll also add a drop shadow to it. Opacity to 100, distance 0, and this we'll put to 20. Now it got a little bit of a drop shadow over the audio spectrum. You see here, like that will just make it look like the audio spectrum is separated from the circle. A bit more three-dimensional for feeling. Alright, next thing you do is add your logo to it. And let's put it to 65%. Personal experience that fits for my logo. It's a 1000 by 1000 pixel logo. And now we need the invert. And we'll put this on top of the logo, and then it that inverts the color, as you see. And now this is the reaction. We'll switch off the audio because we don't need the audio here, and in main you'll see it also because I put in the composition. But yeah, now we'll make a background. We'll just do solid black, so we'll call it BG or background. Put it underneath the middle, then gradient, radial, switch colors, then how about some green? Put the top, the start of the ramp, you'll put that on the middle here, and you drag this out to 2000. Something that will just give a nice feeling to it. Well, maybe we should do it a little bit darker. Like this. Yeah, looks good. Now it needs to be more dark, and I'm just gonna do it a bit bluish. Looks way better. And now, next thing I'm gonna do is add another layer. We call it particles. And you have to switch this to white, or else the particles won't be white colored of the starburst. Starburst, where you? Oops, wrong thing. Then we'll scatter it to 1000. Just give this, and we'll set it to 0.3. And it won't be going that fast. Particles. See a little bit of movement per frame, which is good. And yeah, this is everything. And now we'll go add optical flares, OLEV, also underneath the middle. And we'll put this on transparent. And let's go to the options and select a sexy optical flare. Alright. This one looks way too well. way too colored. And oh, that one looks good. That one will just fit it. And I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit interrupted by my little sister. She's behind me. Yeah, got the optical flare like this, and that's basically all you do for the optical flare. You duplicate the layer and rotate it by 180. Then you have this. Looks beautiful. And well, to save some time, I'm not gonna add other effects and just jump into sound keys. Sound keys. That's also an external plugin on the Trapcode suite, or just Trapcode sound keys, and you drag the audio here. This time we won't disable the audio because this is just the main audio. And we'll go to sound keys and we'll select the audio and to spectrum adjustment, and we'll remove the mids and treble. It will only leave the bass and the bass and sub bass. I don't know what huge. Oh no, we're not gonna make it smooth. Scale, no. Never mess with these settings. And well, you put this to 100 and you put this to 700. It's just a bit perfect. And then you drag this until it reaches out to, yeah. Now it reaches 6, 5, 0, and it will be like that. Just keep it like that. Wait, we could leave that open and we'll enable range 2, and we'll just copy these settings: 192, 100, 55, and 700. Now they are both the same, but we'll change this to 15, I think. Yeah, 15. Alright. And now my mouse is doing weird. Alright. Now we'll press apply. And just give it a moment while it's loading the keyframes. Sorry, that melody thing just popped up in my head, and yeah, whatever. Waiting for the keyframes to load is just one thing I hate. And I'm rendering a video. I don't know if I said that earlier, but yeah, that makes it all go slower, and I'm also recording. And yeah, well, already done, or should I drag the info down? As you see, it's still busy with this. It's actually working. Yeah. Whoops. It's done. Now if you go to range 1, you see this, and if you go here and look at it, you'll see keyframes, but you see that layer, and it is also for range 2. Yeah, now we'll open up, well, first you'll look at my beautiful background, then we go to the sound keys expressions. I did not make these expressions myself, I got this from another YouTube video, someone doing a similar kind of video, but that was more related to how these expressions work and how sound keys works. I'm just making a whole layout. And also you should disable the sound keys layer, because the keyframes will still be there, but you won't see the thing. And what we'll do now, I have selected the pulse expression. That means the bumping. We go to scale here, Alt left click, and yeah, you got this. We'll put this to 100, and it will stay that, and its maximum bumping is to 120. It bumps a bit to the music. Not too much. It shouldn't bump too much. Doesn't look too good. And now for the wiggle effect, it's like a shaking thing. That's with the position. Alt left click and just put that there. And now if you look a bit, it's also moving instead of just bumping forward and backwards. Yeah, that's for the middle part. Now we'll go open sound keys, and we'll go to range 1, and we'll go to optical flare 1, effects, optical flare, and you got the brightness here. You alt left click the brightness, you do 0 plus, and then you drag the spiral thing and you put this to output 1, and what you'll see here, you copy that. And now we'll do this times 5. So on when the bass gets heavy, the optical flare will it will appear. When there's no bass, the optical flare won't appear. When there is bass, the optical flare is there. That's, well, never mind my good explanation. Everyone knows you can explain things the best, and yeah. Now, you see here is not much bass, like in the beginning. Now, you see on the bass it reacts. We'll also drag that. Yeah. Now for the particles part, we'll alt left click. You do 0. Well, you do 0.3, then times 0.1. Now this is reacting to the bass too. It's just like not moving much here when there's almost no bass, but when there's bass it speeds up. Beautiful effect. Yeah, and well, for the times 0.1 and times 5 things for optical flares and particles thing, that's necessary because or else you will just, well, if you don't do the times 0.1 for the particles, then it will just be like a super speed particle thing the whole time, and that will just look ugly. And for the optical flares, like I already said, they appear beautiful. Or the optical flares, yeah, like that. It's just beautiful. And you can also go like animate the movement of the optical flares, like every 15 seconds it goes, like, well, 15 seconds for going from there to there, 15 seconds from there to there, and like make it rotate. You can also do that kind of thing. All kinds of movement, but yeah. Oh, well, let's continue with the middle. We will add a drop shadow to it, and we'll match the drop shadow with the audio spectrum color. Wait, I did something wrong with the... oh, wait, never mind. I just confused myself because drop shadow gets added. Alright, opacity to 100, and it's the color of the spectrum. Now the softness, when there's... well, that's just too much. Maybe a bit darker so you'll still see the spectrum. Alright. Now we'll go to softness, alt left click, Ctrl V, and times 0.5. Yeah. Now when it's heavy, you also have a little bit of a glow. And that basically finishes the whole thing. And now I'm gonna end the video, and I hope you learned how to make a beautiful audio reacting template with sorry, got distracted again. Well, I hope you can make your own beautiful templates now. And yeah, I'm gonna end the video now. And I think I already said that. Yeah. And now you'll just go listen to and watch the end result. My name is Ian, and I'm next to mention GFX. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
We are going to play a typical number. We are going to play a typical number with a typical amount of loud and low passages.
Let's do this! Do this! Smoking! Right? Right on! Hell yeah!
We are going to play a typical number. We are going to play a typical amount of loud passages.
Let's do this! Do this!